So today's our topic amendment of the constitution. It means our next topic. In previous topic we are discussed about unified arrangement during crisis, parliamentary system, independent impartial judiciary. Now today's topic amendment of the constitution. What do you understand about amendment? Amendment means changes in any document. How can we change everything? By adding something, by adding or addition, or by deletion. Understand? So if I want to add something in this document, so what I can do? I can here write something, I can here write something. If I want to cut something, so I can stick in line to line. Okay, that means if I want to change in anything, that is require addition or deletion. Same thing happen with our constitution. What is constitution? Constitution is a, what is constitution? Constitution is a framework for the governing, for the regulating of the government, governing of the countries. That means here mention law, rule, regulations, and it also enjoy legal sanctity. Legal sanctity. What you understand about legal sanctity? Legal sanctity means whichever is law passed by our parliament or state legislature, they are confirmed by the constitution. That means supreme law of the land is constitution, not by other law. Understand? Okay. Now you can understand about better about amendment. So what you written in your book, compared to other countries, constitution of India is dynamic. What you understand about dynamic? Dynamic means various view involved in any things or document. If you want to note down, so you can note down. Okay, various view. Various view means like geographical view, cultural view, lingual view, political view, economic view, social view, everything. Okay, so constitution can be amended as the when required. It is not like it is not like that any time if parliament want to do something, so he can change it. Is very easily manner, so cannot do it. Means amendment is happen when it is required. Constitution provision can be amended 3 ways. How can we amend constitution? It is given, which is given in our constitution by 3 ways. 3 ways means by following 3 rules we can amend the constitution. 3 ways. First one is amendments can be made by the simple majority of members present and voting in the parliament. Okay, like if total member 100, like in your class have total member of the student, but today only 80 member is present. Okay, means 20 member is absent and how many member is present? Only 80 member. So if any bill come on the table on the floor of the house, on the floor of the house. Okay, so this bill require majority of the present member and plus voting. Means if I want to pass this document, so this time first of the case, any bill which is come on the table on the floor of the house. Floor of the house means Lok Sabha or Rajya Sabha. And this time this bill require majority. That means in 80 members require, how can we define majority? 41-39 means here majority and here minority. So if 41 member in the favor of the bill, that time this bill is passed. Understand? It is a first type of the amendment. Certain amendment require a special majority. What you can understand about first type is simple majority. Simple majority, which is require present member and voting, not total member. It is a difference between simple majority and a special majority. In a special majority, what is difference? Okay, you can understand now better. A special majority. This time, certain amendment require a special majority, that is two-third majority of member present and voting. Two-third means like here also present and voting require, like 100 member but present 80 member, okay? But 80 members require here, it is a majority case but not a special majority, because here one number is more than minority, but here require 60 member favor. Okay, here require favor of the bill, in favor of the bill 60 member. Understand? So here you can see require 80 member, most of the member in favor of the bill. Okay, that case is known as a special majority. Two-third means two member in favor. Out of the three, 2 member in favor of the bill and only 1 member is against of the bill. So you can see here only 60 member in the favor and only 20 member against in the bill. That time it is passed. But if it is opposite happen, so this bill cannot be passed by the parliament, okay, or the government. So our first case is simple majority. Here require present and voting and no concept of majority. Here only simply passed by the parliament member. But in case of special majority, you require two-third member present and voting, and which is passed by majority. Okay. So now what next? That is a special majority plus concerning of the state. Means here a very complicated matter. Means you require a special majority plus concerning of the state, means agreement of the half of the state. Okay. Concerning the union state relation, the special majority, that is two-thirds, as we see earlier, and the concurrence not less than 50% of the state legislature is required. In 50% means if today we have 28 states, so we require 40 states agreement. 40 state agreement or favor of the bill, agreement of the bill, and special majority, as you know, two-third majority. So if government want anything which is required for development, for betterment and for welfare of the state, that time if that matter related to center state, like president belongs to center in state all over. So if president election, president removal required, that time two-third majority required in parliament. And what is required? 50%. 50% means out of 28, 14 state legislature agreement. That time this bill is passed. But if it is not able to achieve 14 states agreements, that time it is not passed by the state legislature, or we can say not passed or bill lapse. Okay. So if you have any doubt, so you can comment and you can individually message me. Okay. In case of, I think here no any problem, but you if not able to understand mathematics, so you can face problem. But if you see, I clearly mention 100. If 100 out of 100 present, only 80 is member. Okay. Okay. 80 member, and 80 member, 60 member is majority, and a special majority we can say, because majority is clear on the 41 member, but a special majority is 60 and 20 member if against in the bill, so this bill can be passed. But in case of special majority plus concerning of the state, here we require half of the state legislature agreement. State legislature means law making body of the state. Okay, just like Vidhan Sabha or Vidhan Parishad, we can say legislative council or legislative assembly. Legislative assembly means Lok Sabha and legislative council means Vidhan Parishad. Okay. So now next topic. If there is any amendment to be made in the interrelation between union state structure of in supreme judiciary, then half of the state from the total state have to give consent. Yeah, it is already I explained you. Judgment of court can also bring amendment by the parliament. Judgment of court can also bring amendment by the parliament. Like if judiciary means our Supreme Court or High Court. Judiciary also involve district court, taluka court, everything, but I here especially focus on Supreme Court or High Court. Okay. So if Supreme Court want to give direction on any matter, to government to make laws, so that time parliament need to make laws. Okay. And there will be no change in the basic structure of the constitution. Simple majority in parliament can bring changes in the amendment of the constitution. That's why constitution is known as most inconsent and flexible document. Inconsent means if we require a special majority plus 14 state agreement, but if 14 state we are not able to achieve 14 state agreement, that's time we are not able to change or amend in the constitution. That's time it means inconsent. Inconsent means very tough to change. Very tough to change. Because as you know, we are focused on parliamentary democracy. Parliamentary democracy in every state have many parties, and many parties have many government. Like in West Bengal, today has CM Mamata Banerjee, which is she is not belongs to BJP. So if any Mamata Banerjee, if any law introduced by the government in parliament, if Mamata Banerjee not want to give consent in the favor of the bill, so that time government cannot do anything. Okay, like if 13 members give consent and 15 not, that time what happened? That time also not pass. Okay, so that time government needs to change in the provision of the amendment of the bill according to Mamata Banerjee. Okay, so that time we can say very tough to change in the amendment. But in case of simple majority, here no any problem, because if any government form the government, that this government definitely has majority, because they form a government, because they are able to form government. If they not enjoy majority in the parliament, they cannot able to form the government. So if in total member 100, so here majority of the time 60 member belongs to ruling party. So in case of simple majority, they can easily pass the bill. Okay, but in case of special majority and in case of consent of the state, this is very tough to change the constitution or amendment in the constitution. Okay. Okay. Now next move to the because of both, without the majority consent of state, it's not amendable. Then to the mixture of both makes the constitution, because we can say our constitution is not very flexible and not very tough to change. Okay, in case of simple majority it is flexible, but in case of special majority and consent of the state, it is very inconsistent. Okay, or very tough. Next one is universal adult franchisee. As name indicate, universal. Suffrage or franchisee equally means suffrage. Okay, universal means all. Adult, you know, in India above 18 we considered as a adult. Okay, and suffrage means people. Okay, in India we have system of adult suffrage, which is flexible according to any citizen who is above 18 years of the age and above possess right to vote the election of the parliament, legislative assembly, local self-government body without any discrimination, education, property, economic standard. Means anyone who is above 18 and their name is present in electoral list, that time he can vote in parliamentary election, legislative assembly election, local government election like mayor, pradhan election or CM election, PM election. He can participate or she can participate who is above 18 and electoral list or voter ID. Okay, so without any discrimination, like in case of earlier when we are not got freedom, British's time, at this time many discrimination happened on the franchise system on the basis of education, property and economic standard. That time it is happened, but after the independence our forefather gives universal adult franchisee concept. Even that time it is not available all the world, but our forefather is very visionary and they give the concept of universal adult franchisee, who makes able to our democracy is more flexible, more suitable, and most of the time it is a very successful step of our forefather, because now many states in the world they lose their democracy, they again move to the authoritarian government, monarchy. But in case of India, we see our today's our 74th Independence Day means after 70 decades we follow universal and franchisee, and we are able to maintain democratic status. Okay. And next one is secularism. What do you understand about secularism? In pillar of the constitution I explain about you secularism. Secularism means our secularism is very different from another Western secularism. Secularism means in government places or public, in public religion is away. Means in matter of public religion cannot do anything. Okay. And like state government or our PM or CM cannot promote any one religion like Hinduism, Islamism, Sikhism, Jainism, Buddhism, Christianism, Judaism. Any government cannot favor any one religion. Like if I am a Hindu, so government give me any wonderful placement in the government system, but if I am not belongs to Hindu, so government cannot give me. It is not applicable at all. Okay. So that's time our secularism concept is a very wonderful concept even in the world. Why? Because it is suited according to our demand of the people and demand of the country, because we have diverse culture, diverse religion, diverse ethnic group. Okay. So we have discussed earlier about secularism in the preamble, same line given in your book. In the constitution, India has been declared as a secular state. People of different religion reside in India. As you know, Hinduism, Islamism, Sikhism, Buddhism, Jainism, Christianism, Judaism, every religion, even India is considered as a world because everything present here. No need to go anywhere. If you want to see world, you can go place to place in India and check the variety of the world. Okay. I am not saying about geographical condition, I am saying about social condition. Okay. So if we go like tribal area, we can see Christianity. If we go North India, we can see Buddhism. If we go North India, we can see majority of the people belonging to Islamism. But if we go northeast side, we can see about Hinduism. So everything is present in India. People of different religion reside in India, therefore the state cannot discriminate any citizen on the basis of religion. Okay. No citizen can be given a special right or cannot be deprived with certain right. Means, like we mentioned, Islam versus Hinduism, it is cannot accepted in India. That means Islam or Hinduism not accepted. We are accepted only one thing, which is Indian. Means our state, our government cannot promote one religion over the other. If government want to promote, if government want to do something for the running of the institution like temple, mosque, church, running of the institution, that's time state can impose impose fees but not taxes for the running